Hi there, man at Kus. I didn't think I'd make 3 videos, but I wanted to say something more about manhood. The word virtue we have in English comes from the Latin word virtus, which actually means manliness. So there are quite a number of virtues that are associated with manliness, and I thought there would be one that I'd like to point out from the Bible because I think it will help us to understand what it means to be a man. Again, there are so many wrong ideas of manhood, and there is a biblical one that I hope we can learn something about. Now, when we look in the Bible, we find that the Bible actually has this particular character that God has told the people to be. In Joshua chapter 1 verse 6, it says to them, be strong and very courageous. Okay, and that would be the word hazak ve'emet. And this word hazak is very interesting because you find that is the words that the Philistines said to his people, be strong and conduct yourselves as men. Okay, be a man. That's pretty much what it means. And I want to talk about what hazak means, this virtue of strength, this virtue of courage. And to do that, I want to look at some stories in the Old Testament. In particular, this one comes from the book of 2 Samuel chapter 23. At the end of David's life, he has a list of things that he wants to remember, and he has these mighty men. Okay, he's got a whole list of mighty men, and he records for us some of the exploits, and some of them were great men. And there was one particular chap where I thought I could focus. You can read the rest for yourself from 2 Samuel chapter 23 verse 8 onwards, but I'm just going to read from verse 11. It says here, now after him was Shammah the son of Agi, a Hararite, and the Philistines were gathered into a troop where there was a plot of ground full of lentils, and the people had fled from the Philistines. But he took his stand in the midst of the plot, defended it, and struck the Philistines, and the Lord brought about great victory. I think this really epitomizes the whole idea of what it means to be hazak, to be strong and courageous. And I think this whole idea of biblical manliness, manhood. Now, this is not talking about being foolhardy or trying to be a hero. It has to do with something that Shammah here demonstrates for us. You see, all of us are constantly confronted with situations for which we need to decide whether we want to fight or we want to flee, right? There's a choice that we have to make between staying on and addressing the issue, taking responsibility, doing what you must, and to flee. Now, for someone like Shammah to do what he did, everyone else had run. He was the only guy left. Right? And you have this army coming from, here's this one man, his hands was on the sword and he was ready to fight. In fact, some of the other people, they said that they fought until their hands stuck to the sword. All right? So here were people who were able somehow to overcome their fear. And that's what I want to talk about. The ability as men to master our fear, to master our fleshly responses. Paul in 1 Corinthians 9 says that, I bring my body into subjection, all right? Anyone who runs a race needs to run in such a way that he's to win. I'm going to master my body. I'm going to master my emotions. I'm going to master my fears. I'm going to master my lusts. I'm going to master the desires of my flesh in order that I can be a man after God's own heart. And I think that's so important because, so often we sit around in life and we don't realize that we have been given this great opportunity, and we squander away that opportunity. So today I want to say something about being hazak, to be strong and courageous as a virtue of manliness. I think God wants us as men to be able to overcome, right? So it might be sometimes, we don't want to do something because, we are afraid of pain, of suffering, of inconvenience, of failure, of difficulty. And when you choose to do something as a man, you can be sure that you will be confronted with 1,000 reasons legitimizing why you shouldn't do that thing. Okay? So you are confronted with either doing it or the easy way, so to speak, right? But to master this, as Paul says in 1 Corinthians 9, is to silence the voices of dissension within us that gives us excuses and 1,000 reasons why we cannot do it or we can't do it. It was too difficult, too impossible, it might take too much time. But to be a man is to strive forward and say, with God, I can do this. I can overcome these things. I can say yes to the thing that God has given me to do. And I think that's so important, right? If you're a man, you want to be a man to overcome our own fears, to overcome our own weaknesses. You see, when God told Joshua in Joshua chapter 1, verse 6, and elsewhere in the Bible, He didn't suggest to them that maybe you want to consider being, strong, and maybe you want to consider being courageous. It really wasn't an option for them. They had to do it. Somehow they have to reach inside of their hearts and find that virtue of courage and strength that will make them conduct themselves as men. And I think for you guys, in this camp, something worth thinking about, as you confront many challenges in life, many difficult situations in life. The question is this: are we able to find ourselves within ourselves this hazak, this ability to stand up and to overcome our doubts, to overcome our hesitations, to overcome our reticence, and to say, I'm going to go ahead and do it. It could be anything. It could be a dream that God has given you, right? It could be something that you have chosen to do, right? It could be something that you felt you want to apply yourself to. It could be something God has called you. But whatever it is, okay, if it's a godly thing, it's a good thing, and there's nothing against it, I suggest that we apply ourselves. Whether it's in your work, in your studies, or even in some other pursuit in your life, do not allow fear to dominate how we respond. That's what it means to be a man. When you're faced with the choice to fight or to run, then like Shammah, the choice is always to stand your ground and to fight. And I think that's what makes a man. Not the strength, but the strength of the heart, the strength of the soul. So I hope that this helps a little bit. I know it's quite a few videos, but maybe God will help you, think a little bit more about what it means to be a man through all this. God bless you.